fabric mesh. Fabric mesh is wonderful for this type of wreath. Fabric mesh does fray a lot, so we won't have to worry about that though, because the fray is at the bottom. So none of the edges will show any fray. Okay, so I cut 8 pieces of the red and white. 8 pieces of the red and white. I cut at 12 inches, so 8 of them. And then I cut 8 pieces of just solid red at 12 inches. And those are going to be for row number 2. And then the rest of it, I'm going with red and white. So I sat here and watched TV and made my petals. So I pre-made them and put them all in a bag. So once I get the row 2 done, all I have to do is slip all these in. And I'll show you how I made them. These, so row 2, all of them are 12 inches. I wanted them a little larger so they kind of stick out more. And then the rest of these are going to get 10 by 10 pieces. And that's these guys I folded. Okay, so this is a really fun little wreath. It doesn't have to be a flower because we can put, I brought up some signs. So when it's done, you can put a sign in the center. I think I'm going to do Deco tubing in the center. But if you don't have lots of ribbons and stuff, it doesn't matter, because, so if I fill this up, and I'll do this at the end, we can put Mickey in the center. So there's O Canada. How cute is that? You can put just a normal sign when we're done. I love this one. Or you can put this right in the center. How cute is that? Hi, everybody. So we'll do that at the end. I brought up Deco tubing because I don't know if that's what I'm going to use. So let's get started. Oh, well, thank you, Leanne. So, yes, I'm doing it from bed. I wanted to craft so bad, and I just could not sit at my crafting table. Yeah, my Mickey was painted by Ivis Wright. She sent it to me last year. I got Mickey and Minnie as RCMP. Isn't that cute? So I have a Minnie downstairs. So this year I plan on using it. Okay, so I'm going to go down. We'll go down. You guys can see my floor, baby. So, like I said, I cut the mesh down in my studio. And then I just put it in a bag, and I came upstairs and preloaded the board. And these are 12 by 12 pieces that I'm using right now. Hi, Mom. No, she's not. She did a special one for me. That was a special one she did last year for me. She's never released it. It's Disney, so she can't sell them. So what I'm doing is with my 12 by 12 piece, where I've cut, the edges that I've cut, I'm bringing them straight down. And we call this the Harvey petal. And Rose Harvey has done quite a few of these, and she calls her flower when she does these the Rosie Posie. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, so I just put a clothespin on one end, put the 2 ends together, put a clothespin on the other, and then I start in the middle. So as you can see, fabric mesh does fray a lot. However, it's really nice and soft, and it gives good coverage. Okay, so now I pinch in the center, and then I go pinch going this way, remove the clothespin, pinch going the other way, remove the clothespin. You can puff that up, and then this is going right into the zip tie. Now I'm doing red and white, then red and white, so my pattern is every other with the checkered. Hi, Rose Harvey. I'm making a Rosie Posie in bed. Okay. And next one is a red one. So again, it's 12 by 10. taking, put the end, I just use clothespin here, just so it keeps it together, because I'm into the center of the roll and it's really curly, the center of the roll. I'm sweating because my butt is on the heating pad. So now if you want to pre-make your petals like I did the other ones, you would take your little elastics, or you can use a clothespin, but they have little elastics. Make it while you're on the toilet. From the Dollar Tree, I have, they come in a 500 pack, and they're in the hair section, and you get 500 of them for like $1. So I just put an elastic around them, the bottom, and then you can throw it into a bag. You can also, if you have clothespins, just clothespin them shut until you're ready to use them, or just make it and stick it in as you're going. Oh. If anybody's ever had kidney infection, I'm sure you can relate. Yes, fabric mesh is nice. However, it's not the greatest for if you're wanting to make a sunflower, or like a sunflower and stuff. I love the coverage, but she is a Morkie. This is Lady, and she's a Morkie. And this is Duchess. I don't know if you guys can see her. There's Dutch. They're always with me when I'm sick. Always. Always, always. They leave to go to the bathroom, and then they come right back. So again, on row 2, I made these pieces a little longer. These are 12 by 10. Yeah, they are very painful. My stomach is quite bloated. That's what's making it really uncomfortable. And that's what you get. Kind of like a shell. And then you can just stick the tail end. So if I wasn't live right now, I'd be watching, what am I on? Housewives of New York. It was on last night, so I have to catch up on that one. I know, my dogs always know when I'm not feeling good. I am a little better than I was days ago, but still not the greatest. So here I am, wreathing disabled. This is what disabled life is. I love being. Okay, so I fold it in half. If you just came in, I scrunched up the middle, and this is called the Harvey petal. There we go. Kind of gives it like a shell formation. Yeah, no, I figured people would be wondering because I've been kind of MIA for a week. Yeah, they are loop-de-loop, but I love their drama because it's not my drama. Skippy doesn't like that noise. Do you like that noise, Skippy? Oh. So again, I just clothespin them at the end just to keep them together. Especially when you get more near the center of the roll of mesh. That roll really is curly. But fabric mesh is nice because it will do what you tell it to do, or make it do. So I know, it's Canada inspired. Oh, my stomach is so bloated and uncomfortable. I have to sit back. That's what the problem was sitting up. You made 4 flowers. Awesome. Did you make them in bed like me? I don't think not too many people would even dare go live in bed making a wreath, except me. The row 2, the row I'm doing right now are actually 12 by 10. I wanted them just a little bit bigger. And then the rest of the petals will be are 10 by 10. You don't have to do them 12 by 10. That one looks funny. Hold on. That's a little better. So it's been a little stressful with me being sick, and then we had all the kits come out, and Sharon, it's not gas, it's just the inflammation in my abdomen is causing inflammation. So my stomach is all inflamed. And I think the antibiotics are finally starting to work. I think. Northern Michigan. That's where Kid Rock was born. So as you can see, I'm just going, oh, that hurt. I'm just going around. Red, then red and white. Yeah, it's snowing here too. Snowing, it was snowing. And if anybody's new, this is a zip tie gun. So if you're using zip ties, it pulls and cuts your zip ties for you. Yes, each petal faces inward. I'm gonna have to dust buster my bed. I have little pieces of fabric. Thank you. What, Skippy? Skippy! Skippy! Look at you. Look. Say hi. Say hi, Skippy. What? No! Dad! Ah, get off my stomach. Crafting in bed with Lori Franklin. Has anybody seen anybody make a wreath in bed before? Or is this a first? I know, I love her. She's my best friend. I make wreaths in the car when we're traveling. I make them wherever. It's a first? Well, you know me, I like to be first at things. This will go much faster. I'm almost done row 2, and the rest of the rows, I have the petals already pre-done. Well, now you know. You can wreath in bed. Yeah, I know, only me. You know what, Amy, though? You do what you have to. I was like in a major crafting mood. I tried to craft down in my studio. It wasn't, I couldn't sit at the table. So I just brought it all up here. And I have just this little cutting mat, and this is what I use on my lap for my little table when I'm doing it in my recliner or whatever. I know, I'm a nut. It's all for the love of crafting, right? All right, so as soon as I get this last one done, we will get this. I had my gallbladder removed when I was like 16. Oh, you're welcome, Bonnie. Again, ginger ale and cranberry juice together, because I can't stand the taste of cranberry juice by itself. All right, one more. So this is the last 12-inch piece. And then the rest of them will just zip in because I have all the petals pre-made. And the center, I'm going to be using Deco tubing. I'm going to do a quick center for you guys. Actually, ginger ale mixed with cranberry juice is really good. You don't really taste the cranberry anymore. All right. Yeah, I craft wherever, right, Jan? My body wasn't ready for crafting today, but my mind was, so. All right, so that's what we got so far. Cute, right? Now you can do the whole wreath in the same color if you want. Now the rest of it, I'm just going to be doing, I am starting a trend. You know what, I know there's a lot of you out there that have issues like me, and where you just, sometimes it's just not in the cards to get out of bed. And you know what? I'm here to show you, you don't have to. Just because you have to stay in bed doesn't mean you have to give up life here. All right, so we're going to go on row 3 now. What do you want, girl? Now, I have pre-made all these petals. So you can see the 12-inch is a little bit bigger than the 10-inch. And that's why I did the outside row in the 12-inch. Now I have these pre-made with the elastics that I showed you guys, and now I'm just going to pop them in to each zip tie. This is the easy part. Yeah, I'm a mad scientist. Oh, you made soup? Yeah. And you didn't bring me none?
I'm doing it all.
Is there some left for when I'm finished my life?
Nope.
This mesh is the ones I'm cutting putting in right now, Michelle Oak, is 10 by 10, and the outer row was 12 by 10. See, look how fast it goes when you have the petals pre-done. See, I'll tell you a little thing about me. You guys know I have back problems and all that stuff. Well, there's internal problems too that came with the disability I have. So unfortunately, I can't feel my bladder. And because I can't feel my bladder, I don't know I have a UTI until it hits my kidney. So, unfortunately, that's the story of my life, so I'm always having them. The red mesh on row 2 is 12 by 10. These ones I'm putting in right now are 10 by 10. I just wanted the outside row to stick out a little bit further. That's all. Sky needs a bath. You got your measure, buddy? The soup smells good.
There wasn't a lot of soup in there.
Was that the Tim Hortons one?
Yeah. It stopped snowing.
It stopped snowing? Yeah, it did. We're never going to get the pool open.
Well, it's supposed to be 18 degrees on.
When? On the weekend?
Yeah.
So what's everybody doing for Mother's Day? Is anybody doing anything special? Even though we really can't. Okay, so row 3's done. Let's clip these off. I have my garbage can right beside me, so I'll just throw those in. I am going to be using the Measure Buddy to do the center. You can use the Measure Buddy to cut your mesh. Because you don't see the edges of this petal, you don't have to be really precise with your cutting, so you can cut a whole roll of mesh with your Measure Buddy at 10 inches by just flipping it. Metal backing? No, this is plastic. It's a Unique in the Creek large board, and it's made of polypropylene plastic, and you just preload them. And now I'm just putting petals in. Okay, now we're on row 4. We'll continue on. Social distancing picnic. I feel like I'm pregnant. Social distancing picnic in my daughter's large yard. Well, that sounds great. Oh, and you're in the 80s? It was snowing here. It's cold here.
Well, it's not snowing temperature, it's just...
Well, it's chilly.
I think it was snow mixed with rain.
Bought a new house. Oh, we might be moving as well. I am not looking forward to that.
It's 4 degrees outside.
4?
And it's supposed to be 17 on Saturday and 17 on Sunday.
You know what I think everybody
Oh wait, never mind.
should, if you're a mom, craft in bed and have your family deliver you food and drink all day long while you craft in bed. And you tell your family that Lori said so. So that's what I'm doing. I'm crafting in bed on Sunday. I'm not even getting out of bed. Yep, it's Mother's Day. Just an FYI.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Snow in May, right? Yep, we did.
Well, I don't think any of it went on the ground.
So, anybody that's a mom, you tell your family you don't want anything for Mother's Day. You just want to stay in bed and craft while they bring you food and goodies and treats.
It's still snowing.
Is it still snowing? You watch Netflix all day long while you craft. I think this is what I'm going to do. Although I've been in bed for like 5 days now, so I'm ready to get out of bed.
We spent a whole day in bed.
Who, me and you?
Yeah.
Me and Lolly spent the whole day in bed the other day watching, what show did we watch?
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks on Netflix. It was all right.
It's my favorite TV show.
I wouldn't say it was favorite. It was all right.
Well, it's not something that you would watch.
No, I wouldn't watch it, but I watched it with you.
Yeah. You were into it though.
I wish, Jan. We're looking at getting an RV, so we might just get the RV and park it in Monkey's driveway. So, as you can see, you can craft anywhere. Once you got your supplies all ready to go. We're almost done here. You have a polar vortex coming to Indiana. What?
It's a polar vortex.
Yep, Michelle, I'm going to be using the Measure Buddy to do the center.
What's a polar vortex?
Look it up. Google it. Ask whoever on your phone.
Siri.
Oh, ask Siri.
What's a polar vortex?
Lolly's here too.
A polar vortex is is an upper level low pressure area lying near on the Earth's poles. There are 2 polar vortexes in the Earth's atmosphere overlaying north and south poles. Each vortex is present large-scale, low-pressure zone less than
It's weather.
1,000 kilometers in diameter and rotates counterclockwise at the North Pole and clockwise at the South Pole.
Alrighty, so we have row 2, just to recap, row 2, 12 by 10, and I did red and every other one red and white. Row 3 is 10 by 10. Row 4 is 10 by 10. And row 5, I'm going to do 10 by 10 as well. Okay, so we're going to be on row 5 in 1 second. And again, I pre-made my petals. So I sat here watching TV with my little desk on my lap, sitting on my heating pad. Now I'm going to put these in row 5, and then we're going to do a really cool center. Right in the bed. Burr Cold. Hi, Veronica. So if you've ever seen somebody make a wreath in bed, or if you've not seen somebody make a wreath in bed, give me a thumbs up.
What's an 807 number?
807? I have no idea. Check out what area code 807 is. Okay, so as you can see, it's a nice full wreath. And it is, I have not done a Star Trek. This is the first time I've done a Rosie Posie too. I have not done a Star Trek flower yet. I think the petals are too fussy for me. Oh, I feel like I'm pregnant. It's awful. Like Lolly when you were in my womb. All right, we are done the actual wreath itself. Isn't that pretty? Not bad, eh? All right, so like I said before, what you can do is you can put a little piece of styrofoam in there and then put whatever you want. So you do not have to make it as a flower. This is just a very simple wreath that you can make with just mesh, if that's all you have. And you can put, you know, a character in the center. You can put a sign. Look how cute that is. I'm doing more Canada inspired.
Bye, guys.
Bye, honey. But look how cute that is. Isn't that adorable? I would like to see you do one from the beginning. Well, you can re-watch the replay. I knew you would love that sign. Yes, Ivis painted that for me last year or the year before. I can't even remember. So I have some petals left over. So you can add more if you want. Although, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you did these outside row 2, if you did those 10 by 10 as well, you would only need 1 roll of mesh, okay? Because I do have extra petals, and I did cut these 12 by 12. So I have 7 extra petals in here. However, if I wouldn't have cut these 12 by 12, I would have 2 more extra petals. The Canadian sign, this one, came from J. Marie Designs. I actually have this in a vinyl as well. So the vinyl that goes on the character boards. So this one's an oval though. I wish I had a circle. That would have been really cute. The Mickey Mouse is from Ivis. She does not sell them. She made them specially for me. She made me a Mickey and a Minnie a couple years ago. But I am going to make a Deco tube center. So what I'm going to do is take a zip tie, and on row 5, I get my signs from everywhere. If I see something, I will go and buy it. So on row 5, I'm going to go over top these 4 zip ties. I'm going to go over top with another zip tie. And I'm making my center right on the board. So I'm preloading the zip ties, but I'm not closing them, okay? We're going to leave them open. What do you mean, what's up with the ombre kits? We had 500 of them, and they went instantly. I cannot do anything else about it. So there's nothing up with the ombre kits. We released them in 2 batches. We sent emails to let everybody know when they were being released. And it is what it is. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Will I be doing any more? I have no idea, because the flack that I got, I don't feel like doing anymore. And maybe it's because I'm not feeling good, but good God. The messages, boy. 21-inch poly burlap? No, I would never buy 21-inch poly burlap. What would you be using 21-inch poly burlap for? That's expensive. The only thing I would use poly burlap 21-inch, I actually wouldn't use 21-inch poly burlap for anything. All right, so I have this Deco tubing. I like the sparkly in it, since this is kind of so plain Jane. It's not no sparkle or anything in it. So I'm going to put some Deco tubing in the center, and this is tinsel Deco tubing. Yeah. I don't know, Michelle. I don't think people can figure out colors. It's just buy the mesh, dark to light. Probably because I sold them so cheap. All right, so I'm going to take out the measure buddy. And I think I'm going to do a nice tight center. Let's see. I don't want the center sticking out too much. So how big is that? So I'm going to do this 8 inches. Yeah, I'm sick, Susie. I have a kidney infection, so I can't sit at the table. All right, so I'm going to do 8 inches. So the measure buddy itself is actually 8 inches. Zoom down. However, if you want to do it longer, sometimes most times I do them 10 inches. You just pull out number 1, and from here to here is 14 inches. So you'll see when you pull it out, you see 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. If you need larger than 14 inches, then you'll pull out number 2. And so if you pulled out right to here, you can see that there's a 15. Okay, all the way up to 20. So when you have both arms open, from here to here is 20 inches. Okay, so if you push this down to 18, that's how big my cutting mat is. So it's 18 inches. So it's just pulling it out to whatever you want. So if you want 11 inches, just pull it out to the 11. I'm just using 8 inches, so I don't have to pull out either of the arms. So I'm going to just tuck this under the clip so I don't have to hold it. Okay, I think I'm going to go around 10 times. 1, 2. Now you don't want to, this is stretchy, kind of elasticy. We don't want to stretch it, so you just want to kind of wrap it around loosely. So I'm going to go around 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm going to cut it off of my roll here. And now I'm just going to slide this off, just like that. And you don't want to let go of the center. Oh, just trim those. Oh, that hurt the belly. Yeah. Now I'm going to put the center of my Deco tubing, strings all over them, right in the middle of the one of the zip ties here. Now, if you want a fuller center, you just have to keep wrapping it around more. Let's see. I don't know if I want more. So I'm just pulling it to make sure both sides are even. Okay, there's one done. Yeah, it's not bad for a bed wreath. I'm going to try maybe, although I don't have a ton of deco tubing left. All right, let's try that again. Yeah, those poor people that were sending ugly messages had no idea I was not feeling good, so yeah. They didn't get nice responses back. So let's do this again. Go around 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm drinking cranberry juice right now. And I've been eating, actually, cranberries. So again, I'm going to put it right on top. Put the zip tie around the deco tubing. Before you tighten it, make sure it's even. We're going to trim this. Now you can make your center a little bit different looking as well if you cut these loops. So you'll get all kinds of little ones that pop up. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going to have to get my hand vacuum to vacuum off all my the deco tubing I got it last year. I want to say Craft Outlet. A lot of places, a lot of the wreath places, oh shoot, I pulled that. A lot of wreath places sell deco tubing. Deco tubing's nice, especially if you're doing outdoor flowers, because it's also weatherproof as well. So fabric mesh is weatherproof, and so is the deco tubing. I'm going to find the end. There we go. Oh, Connie, I have a kidney infection, and I tried sitting in my studio because I wanted to make a wreath, and sitting at the table wasn't just wasn't in the card. So I thought, all right, screw it. I'm going back to bed, and I'll do it from bed. Like I used to do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm knotted here. 9, 10. And like I said, you can go around as many times as you want, and you can do them as long as you want. Put the middle that I'm holding here is going right over top of this zip tie that I preloaded open, and then I close it around the center there. Just measure to make sure both sides are even, and then zip it tight. And we have one more to do. Oh, Connie. Yeah, you feel my pain then. I'm sitting on a heating pad and it feels so good. Okay, one more. It's hot in San Diego. Oh boy. Nice. It's freezing here. It was snowing. All right, so 8 inches again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's kind of nice when you're working in bed with the Measure Buddy because I didn't have to bring all different sizes upstairs. For all my cardboards. All right, last one, putting it right in the center here. Make sure these are even, the loops. They look pretty even. Tighten her up. Get your gun. All right. I wanted a fuller center though. And I don't like how some of these are not even. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut these. And when you cut, see how they become little individual? And I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I'm cutting the loops. Okay, I think I got all the loops cut. And then I'm going to trim them. So they're all even. So kind of like hair. Yeah, it gives it a different look when you cut them. So I'm just kind of trimming them down so they're all the same length. Okay, I'll try it so I'm not stretching. I think I would have liked to have more in the center. I probably should have did more because I have more deco tubing. But that's not bad. I might get a little Canada flag and put it in a white Canada flag and just put it in the center here maybe. Oh, it's pretty. Little sparkles in there. So again, this is Tinsel Deco tubing. It's hard to see If you lift it up, you can see which ones are long. And trim it like hair, your bangs, your husband's haircut that you gave him. There we go. There. That's not bad. That's pretty cool. So again, easy to do. I'm going to tuck in these sides. So you can make a flower. So if you put a center in like I did, you can make a flower. Or you can keep it simple and just put a sign. Or we can do a Canada sign, something fun. Or put something in the middle like that. Yeah, sky's the limit. Whatever you have. So like I said, if you keep your petals at 10 by 10, you'll only need one roll. Like I said, I have some leftover petals. However, I used 8 red and white at 12 inches, and I used red 12 by 10 on row 2. So this is the back. 12 inch, 10 inch, 10 inch, 10 inch, and then you go over top these 4 with your Deco tubing, and you're done. Cute little flower.